As I mentioned earlier, mental health affects your psychological, emotional, and social well-being. So what are some of the signs that we can tell that somebody is having issues with their mental health? In terms of the psychological well-being or how they think, you realize that this person might feel overwhelmed. They have difficulty concentrating or carrying out their regular tasks. They may be falling behind on their deadlines or targets. You also find out that their overall outlook in life is very low. They feel, because they feel overwhelmed, they think that nothing fruitful can come out of how they think. There's a lot of negative self-talk. You might even hear this person say something negative about themselves over and over again. In terms of their emotional well-being, the person might feel on edge. If they're anxious, they feel there's something, very horribly wrong going to happen. There's a feeling of impending doom. They're very anxious, they're very agitated, and this person might be very irritable. So you see that within a short amount of time, something that should not provoke a response that shows excessive anger, they fly off the handle, they're very angry. They also might be very sad. So you might see the person burst out crying for no reason. In terms of the social well-being, the person might be withdrawn. So somebody who was normally an outgoing person would not, participate in activities, any social gatherings, something at the office or even with the family. They're always by themselves, they're isolated. And you also realize that there's a lot of friction between their co-workers or their family members. There's always a complaint of people butting heads because the social interaction isn't the best. So those are just a few of the signs. Generally, in the workplace, things that you might notice, you realize that the person is absent a lot. When you ask, you can't really pinpoint the cause for the absenteeism. They might have a lot of sick days because they generally don't feel well, but they can't pinpoint where the problem is. Some people might even be present. So we have people who are functional, but their output isn't the best. So you realize that they're there just, to kind of tick the boxes off. But in terms of the quality of the work, from what you knew them to be, the quality is reduced. So these are just a few of the signs and symptoms that you can find in somebody who is struggling with their mental health.